Hello, my name is Laura Dale. Me and Morgan Hoenen, we will try to present you MastiMIR. Why mastitis? Mastitis is an inflammation of the mammary gland and can be caused by 50 different organisms. Of course, there are a lot of problems on the main components, but also on the fine components. Normally, we would like to have a better model which could help us. Therefore, we were using diagnosis from veterinarians and also information which are coming from farmers to building this spectral data model. Based on Bentley spectra and diagnosis from veterinarians, LKV Baden-Württemberg built one model. Also, LKV Baden-Württemberg built a model for Alsace, for spectra and observation for farmers. As you can see, there are a different type of validation, and also just for LKV Baden-Württemberg, there is a filter. I will just want to underline LKV Austria made the same modulation. To underline what happened in the third validation, we just have to say after the test day, if a diagnosis occurs, 74% of the data is recognized.
I will present you the selection of MastiMIR pilot farm in Alsace. So we have many selection requirements. The farms were chosen which the advisor is an expert in milk quality. We have chosen farms with robots, milking robots, and farm with cell problems and farms without cell problems. And we have chosen farms with no mastitis problem. So farm where the diagnoses are collected every month. You can see that we have select our farms in all our region in Alsace. So we have a homogeneous distribution of the pilot farms. We have 33 pilot farms in the south of Alsace, here in blue, and 32 pilot farms in the north of Alsace, here in red. Beginning of the pilot phase, we had 15 selection farms. Have planned a meeting with our advisor and research team in June to show the different results and to speak about them. So we have different advisor returns. So because they have a different point of view and analysis method. So here I present you the point of view of one of them. She was not in the discussion at the beginning of the project, so she would understand the model and to know what parameters are more influence of the probability values. She decided to understand the probability. And here I will present you another point of view of the other advisor. He only met the farmers and tell him that this cow have a problem or have a high risk to develop a mastitis, and he writes the commentaire of the breeder. Here, for example, the second cow has a low risk to have a mastitis, but it's a first lactation cause. And under this line, we can see the other cow has a medium risk to develop a mastitis, and she is long. She takes long to milk. This can explain why she has a risk to develop mastitis. So for the edition of the first report, we have the results in table with explained data. We have graphs with different level risk, and in the graphic we can see the difference between primiparous and multiparous. And we have two different versions today from this report. One is in French and the other in German, and we have the possibility to translate it in English. And we can see that the green is when the cow is in health, the yellow is with a low risk, the orange is with a medium risk, and the red is with a high risk to develop a mastitis. And here, for example, we have other criteria. For example, the cow 5253, she is in with a medium risk, but she is only on the 8th day of lactation, so she is at the beginning of their lactation, and that can explain why she has risk, because she certainly has stress from the calving, and that's why she's in orange here. So here you can see MastiMIR prediction with the sodium concentration and the lactoferrin concentration. And you can see that the crates are the primiparous and the round point are the multiparous. Here you can see well that the cow with a high risk from MastiMIR has a high concentration in sodium in the milk, and you can see too that she is old in lactation, because she is more than 1300 day of lactations. And you can see that she has a high concentration in lactoferrin 2, over 600 milligram per liter. Here you have other graphics, so the MastiMIR index and the calcium and the blood calcium too. So here you can see that the cow with a high risk have a much calcium in the milk, but no more calcium in the blood. So the concentration in the blood calcium is low, and the concentration of milk calcium is high. So we have advisor returns, and they explain the different point of view and the analysis method. One of them sorting of indicators to understand how the algorithm works, and the other have more discussion with the breeders to understand the classifications. So we can say that the two different methods are complementary, and we have good exchanges with them and interesting discussion too. So here I show you the example of results from one farms. So we have 59 healthy cows, and they have no sign of any mastitis or any problems. health problems. We have 36 slightly endangered. For them, we have 5 primiparous skulls and 12 with potential risk. They are long milking time. They had mastitis few times ago. So 47% of them have a potential risk, so it's quite good. And we have 23 heavily endangered cows, and from them 60% have a potential risk to develop mastitis. That's very good. And we have 4 seriously endangered cow. 1 cow treated for a mastitis 12 days after, so that's very, very nice. And that shows us that the model works good. And we have 1 cow who lets the milk flow before the milking time, so we can imagine that potential entry for germs, and that can explain why she is in high risk to develop a mastitis. Okay, so that's for our farm in Alsace. If you have questions, we can discuss about them at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
We would like to thank you for your attention.